This is the house that Kamurai built. Time to get started.
Hello, welcome to the house Kamurai built. I'm Kamurai. My buddy Neil, that side, sorry. Go that way. Camera works hard. Made a really good video. It's about 20 minutes long. It has lots of good technical information about running your own channel. So I thought I'd go ahead and give some input and cover some things he didn't cover. Mostly, my biggest advice is that if you have cats in your video, it helps with people enjoying your content. But there are lots and lots of tools that you can use to help it out. Mainly, let's pretend like you watch YouTube because it's a good source of information, etc. And you decide you want to do that. There are several programs that you can use to do just that. There are several free programs you can do that as well. Neil and I have both kind of learned on our own. We passed notes back and forth on how to do certain things. I've gone to him with about settings and more technical stuff, and I've gone with him with ideas for features, and just really basically, I'm trying to look at where I want to get started here. Let's start at the beginning. You may not want to record videos until you have a channel, but you're not going to have a channel unless you have videos to upload. Oh, it's a vicious cycle. You got to break it and just start in somewhere. So get yourself a YouTube channel, set it up. The way it works now is you set up a Google Plus account, and then you're going to add channels to that. The way you do that is when you log into YouTube, you'll see your main account. It used to be this was like just how you did things. Now, since you have multiple management, you do this, add a channel. Click this thing. Sorry, you're going to go up here. You're going to go to this little cog. You're going to want to see my channels or create a new channel. It's going to show you everything that you're a manager on. It may not be your channel, but you can go here and click new channel, and it'll let you create a new channel. Hopefully that wasn't a permanent action, because I don't need another channel to deal with right now. But once you do that, you can make your channel, and you have a place, so that's going to sit there until you can get a video made to upload. Let's say like maybe that's not your goal to do predetermined programs. There are other things you could do, like Twitch. Twitch is mainly for streaming. A lot of people use it for gaming, and that's specifically what Twitch is for. You can do live stuff, but you're supposed to talk about video games. If you go to your dashboard after you create your account, there is a thing that's called Stream Key. This is what you use to send programs to Twitch. And if I had hit that button, you would have seen my key, and then anyone could have uploaded my channel, so I don't do that. So if you're going to do live streaming, there's going to do that. Before you get your stuff to those channels, those are the end goals. Those are where you want your content to be. You need things to help you create the content. There are several things out there that either come with Windows or Mac, and I'm not a OS X world. I am a Windows guy when it comes down to it. There are several things there, and there are several better programs. So let's start with a couple of basic things. Go back here. Movie Maker. This is something you can use. This is where you download. I'm going to try to keep these up here, and I'm going to leave a list of descriptions, or a list in the description for links on where you get that, because sometimes, if I go to my main monitor and pull up Movie Maker, this isn't always here for whatever reason, so you can't always use it. And I don't have Minicam set up yet, so I can't show you what it looks like to switch to that. But you can use Windows Movie Maker to edit. You can actually do certain things with it. You can add titles and all that. It's not very good, let's just be honest. But it's super free. And cat, get out of my face. Jeez. That is the other problem about having cats put in your videos. Who is that then? Oh, it's Pig. Okay. I thought that was her. I was like, she's standing next to herself. So, Jesus, what was I going to say? So Movie Maker is a cheap way to do it, but it's not good. There are, but I'm not familiar with enough of them. Any truly free video editing programs. There are some that will give you trials, or some that will put watermarks, which just make your videos, to me, useless. That tells me, if I'm watching video content with that on it, it tells me that they're not serious and that they're no good. But what I am currently using, go back here, is Open Broadcast software. It has several good options, and once you learn to really use it, you can flip back and forth between different scenes that'll have different settings, even gaming that'll have my face there with the on the other sides here, or in the background, if you will, where the things are. So Open Broadcast is excellent for that. Like I mentioned, Movie Maker. Open Broadcast software will also let you stream to Twitch. There are settings that you can go into that we don't need to go into right this second, that will let you send this information directly to Twitch or YouTube. And when YouTube Gaming goes live, you'll be able to do it there much better, because it's really too much of a pain in the ass to do it to YouTube, and Open Broadcast software only lets you have it set up to go to one place at one time, so you've got to reset it up every time you want to switch back and forth between Twitch and YouTube. And Twitch lets you export to YouTube, so if you're doing it right, you do it on you do it on Twitch and then export it to YouTube, because that's the way it works best. There are programs like Minicam that will let you use your cameras for multiple associations. Essentially what it does is it takes your video feed in and it splits it to several virtual cameras, and then you can send these different virtual cameras to different programs, so that you can actually set up things like, if you've ever seen the Co-Optional podcast, I'm pretty sure that's how Total Biscuit does that. So like when I'm playing Blood Bowl and my buddy's called in on Skype, which is another good tool that you can use that starts free at least, to do streaming with, so that way you can do group streaming and you can collaborate with other people doing videos. And trust me, the more you collaborate, the better off you're doing. You just got to find the right people to collaborate with to do things. In any business or anything you're doing, you always want to network and make friends. When I had first started out, I used NCH Software's VideoPad. I'd used a very specific version of it, though. I'd found the latest version for me had bugs in it, but this has worked for me in the past, so I thought they would do a mention. I did pay for a professional version, though, as the trial ran out very quickly, and I wanted the other options that were available. And then I went to Sony Vegas Pro, and if you look at some of these prices, I don't even remember what I paid. It was at least $300. It had to have been. I want to say it was the Pro Edit. Maybe I went crazy and I bought the Pro, but I bought it when it was 12, not 13. So if you've got some cash to spend, there are definitely more options for you. It's just kind of the way of the world, unfortunately. Such as Photoshop. Photoshop is another good one, but if you don't have the money for Photoshop, I'd highly suggest GIMP. GIMP is very good. Now, you could just go ahead and use MS Paint here, our old buddy MS Paint, but quite honestly, GIMP is quite the upgrade from that. I really think GIMP should be standard at this point. It doesn't look incredibly different, but as you can see, there's a lot more options, and once you get used to the different options, it can do a lot for you. This is what I would suggest you use for your thumbnails, because let's face it, you've got to get people to watch your videos. You've got to do a lot of marketing for yourself, and the easiest thing that you could possibly do is have an exciting thumbnail. Whether, honestly, even if you're just stealing things from Google, which unless you're doing critiques, I highly warn you against. But if you're just snatching stuff from Google and then putting pictures of yourself over it, or doing logo work on top of it, any original artwork that you can do towards that, and this goes for music as well, the better. But if you have to borrow things, just be really, really careful. And at any point in the process, research what you're trying to do. Real quick before I forget to mention, I ran across this. I haven't used this before, but apparently it looks like a free video editor called Wondershare. It's worth a mention. I think I hit all my quotas with that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this on the other monitor so I don't have to look at it anymore. So we'll get rid of this. So Movie Maker, like I mentioned, you can actually use it to capture. I think you can technically stream, but I haven't done that. I wouldn't bother doing that. And there's lots of little things you can do with it, but I would suggest getting a more professional setup. I would also suggest, especially if you plan on streaming games, that you invest in Steam, because it's a good, cheap source of getting videos or video material. There's even lots of free-to-play stuff on here. If you just go to like store and games free-to-play, if you just want to get started and you want to do something, actually Trove, hell, I may do this weekend. This is actually it's like the more finished version of Cube World. This is just their publicly available trailer. That looks pretty amazing right there. I don't know what you got to do to get a boat, but I want a boat in Minecraft, and have to get crazy mods. So like Minecraft's another good one if you already have a Minecraft account, but Steam's a great source. And I would feel that I would be misleading you if I didn't mention it. Origin is also available. It is a Steam knockoff by EA. I mean that it's actually a compliment. There's already DLC for this? Okay, I have a very complicated relationship with Dragon Age this day and age. But this is another place. They also do free games. Like, that's my library. But if you go to the store, free games once in like every couple months they change the on the house game. See, I actually don't have this. I should probably grab it. But there's Game Time, which I think are like weekend. Stop fighting me. Weekend things. Yeah, play it free for 48 hours, 160 free hours, 68 free hours. I've heard good things about all these games. They aren't necessarily games that I would play in depth, but I'm not you, so maybe you will really enjoy them. So we are slowly eliminating my list of cool things. Oh, this is what Sony Vegas looks like. Neil actually goes into a lot more detail, so I'll go ahead and let you look at it. But this is a video that I'm editing at this time. That's for the Drawing Weekend Challenge with Daniel Deverona via Weirdlings. So there's that. Oh, if you are going to use OBS, you need this FLV Extract V2.2 is the one that I use. Where is my camera face? Oh, I'm over here now. When you have monitors of when you have two different monitors of different sizes, it'll mess with you. Promise you, it's just a fact. But that FLV Extract V2 is very important if you're also going to be using Sony Vegas. You have to be able to convert the image over from OBS from a MP4, no, VLC, which is kind of it's designed to be to hold high quality video, but they're large files, and you need to convert it into something Sony can understand a little better. So that program will FLV Extract V2.2 will change it from a VLC to like a MOV, and then Sony Vegas has a good time with it, and it's really easy past that point. You just start chopping away at it. The only thing I did not cover, and I wanted to cover this real quick because occasionally people have honors. There is a audio editor, which I actually paid for the pro version because I wanted one of the effects that I ended up using. That's just what it is. But this is free audio editor. It is a free audio editor, but there is a pro version of free audio editor that you can get to get at a couple of the extra things. And if you do music or sound bites or voice acting, I can recommend this for those sort of things. It is not prudent for me to front load you with information here, and this video has probably gone on too long as it is, but in support of hashtag support small channels, I'm going to make that list of tools and assets and downloads, put them in the description. I'm going to tag this with that hashtag. If you know other people who are making videos, be encouraging, be critical, but be helpful. It's very important. It's very important to tell somebody that their audio is shit. It's very important to tell somebody that, hey, I think you could have done this a little bit better, or I enjoyed these things, I didn't enjoy that so much. Or it's helpful to tell them, like, maybe your videos are bad, it's just not something that I enjoy watching. And their immediate response should be, well, what could I do to make it something you would enjoy watching? And more than likely your response will be, well, I just don't watch game streams. That's fine. Everything is not for everyone, but there are lots of solutions for anyone who wants to do anything. And if you can't afford anything past that webcam that's on your laptop, now OBS doesn't run very well on certain laptops, so theoretically you've got at least a webcam attached to your computer, which probably a lot of people have these days, or you've got, I don't know, iPad or something. But more like you're running a PC, you're doing capture footage, you've got a webcam to capture your face. There are several things. If you want to contact me, I'm there at Kamurai25 on the Twitters. You can find me at all these places. You can email me. You can come find me. I'm not that hard to find if you know what you're looking for. I'm happy to help and discuss technical things, make things better. There are lots of neat tricks, like using your phone as a microphone when you're doing pre-recorded video, because you can get a pretty good quality out of a device that's specifically designed to capture your voice and send it to people. I've actually got my old phone. That's all I use it for now, is I use it as a microphone. And I don't do them that often, but when I do videos with like my camcorder setups, that's my boom mic. I actually have a little extender I stick it on. I got a mic stand I can put it on, or I just set it up on the table because I got one of these cool Rhino cases for it too. And you just lay it on the table and records your voice. There are so many good little tips and tricks that if you just go looking for the information, they're there. So research, research, research. Don't be afraid to bug people that you know have the solutions that you're looking for. You're welcome to bug me. I will help as best I can with whatever time I have available within the time frame you need. Hell, maybe we'll kick it off. Maybe we'll be buddies. Maybe we'll help each other out on videos. So go check me out on these channels. Check Neil out. We're going to put him, I don't know why it's impossible for me to point on screen to where I want to point. I always want to point in real life, which is the opposite, unless you're on Google Hangouts and you haven't hit the mirror flip button on the toolbox, and that's just what it is. But yeah, so that's it for me. I got other things I need to do because I'm gonna have to edit this up, and I've got something else in the queue like you saw. So until next time, you'll see me then. Bye. If you want to see anything else we're up to, go ahead and click the annotations and they'll take you to our other channels.